Hi guys, this is Naomi Smith and I really want to welcome you to my YouTube channel, Home Inspired. It's my desire that this channel would impart vision and grace to you in your journey toward home. I really hope you enjoy it. Hey guys, so we're doing our quarantine recalibration for families, and the last time I talked about the beginning of Psalm 128 and how it talks about the fear of the Lord just being this powerful force in men's lives to set the garden bed for flourishing in their family. But women, we are not exempt from the fear of the Lord. We are called to fear the Lord too. And here's my text for that. It's Proverbs 31, verse 30 and 31. So it says, "Charm is deceptive and beauty does not last, but a woman who fears the Lord will be greatly praised. Reward her for all she has done. Let her deeds publicly declare her praise." And so I think this might look a little different for us in terms of fearing the Lord. I think that, at least for me, it can be a lot about, well, I want to look impressive. I want to raise my kids to be impressive. Like I love getting all the praises and all the looks, when one of my kids can do something that's like ahead of, schedule or whatever. And there's so much talk about, being on schedule with like verbal skills and blah, 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 reading and this and that. And, you want your kid to just like shine and be so impressive and somehow it reflects on you as a mother. But there are things that are not as impressive. There are things that are very much about the formation of a spirit that of character and of wisdom that are done in the secret place, that are done as unto the Lord, that have everything to do with you fearing the Lord because and living for an audience of one, because really you're not necessarily going to get praise for those immediate, pats on the back. You probably eventually will, but not immediately. You're going to get, it's just gritty, nasty work a lot of the time. And, I joke with my friends sometimes because I don't know if you've ever seen that movie, A Few Good Men, but there's, it's Jack Nicholson is this guy, he's down in Cuba, he's on trial because he's kind of abused his power in some ways. And he is, he's kind of defending himself in court. And he's saying, this is a nasty world. Like but you want me on this wall. You need me on this wall to defend our nation from communism and all these things. And, sometimes I joke when I've put my obstinate 2-year-old in her crib for the third time in a day. I say to myself, society, you want me on this wall. You need me on this wall. You need me to fear the Lord right now and to be the plumb line for this little person, because otherwise you don't want to see her just left to her own devices in the next 20 years. You don't want that. You want a woman who fears the Lord to be in her life, to be in his life, so that she will become the woman or the man who then perpetuates the love of God and the fear of God and the honor of God in our world. That's what you want. You want that. That's what I want. And so I choose to fear the Lord and to do the gritty work of being on that wall, even when it's not, all gold stars and wonderful, accolades for me. And so that you have to have some like grit to do that. And that comes from the fear of the Lord. Just as sobriety in a sense, like I'm doing this for an audience of one. I'm not doing this for, for my own ego. I'm not doing this to get, praises of man. I'm doing this because God has put me in this divine call to help nurture and grow this little person. And so that's what I'm going to do. So we are not exempt, women, from the fear of the Lord. And this is a great time to recalibrate and to ask yourself, do I have that sense? Do I need more of it? We all need more of it. So, great time to just ask God for more of that single-mindedness, single-heartedness, living for an audience of one as you build your family and you recalibrate.